In this massive bag of crap that looks like I stole it off of Shantytown Santa Claus is a bunch of Temu garbage to turn my Quest 3 from this stock loser form into this beast. But first, today's video is sponsored by the mega memory merchant Lexar. From Lexar's absurdly fast NM790 NVMe drives to their Aries DDR5 that's available in speeds up to 7,200 MHz, Lexar has your high-end gaming memory needs covered. So if you're in the market for some crazy fast modern memory modules, check out Lexar's luxury labor using the link down below. Thank you Lexar for sponsoring today's video. Oh yeah, it's like dumping out a trawler net that just caught a bunch of the Pacific garbage patch. Oh yes, what a lovely pile of crap. Now straight off the bat we get some cool decals, which I am very good at applying. Although in standard decal off of random crap purveyor, it's kind of crumpled up a bit, so hopefully that doesn't show once we very professionally stick it onto our Quest 3. Now of course I needed to get a new head strap. This one doesn't come with a battery, but I think it comes with headphones. Oh yeah, the quality on that is amazing. And we get a dirty bit of Velcro with it to kind of hold up the weight of the headset. That's cool. I'm also very glad to see that they used the same brilliant quality of plastic and padding on the headphones. Now I'm not sure how these are gonna strap onto the strap and how they're gonna connect to it. Maybe Bluetooth? Either way, there's like a 2% chance these won't be significantly worse than the stock headphones on the Quest 3. And then finally, here's the very sturdy strap bit of the strap, which also comes with a ratchet mechanism. Whoa, this charging stand box looks like it had Krav Maga practiced on it. This is the base, which you can also charge your controllers in. And then we attach this. And then once we've got the top bit on, it is also slightly less phallic, so that's exciting. Or disappointing, depending on your outlook on life. Then it also comes with little charging backplates and rechargeable batteries for your controllers. So yeah, this may actually be useful. This box, they apparently forgot to close at the factory. But inside, we get these batons we can attach our controllers to for some sword action. Oh yeah, look at the fit and finish on that. The most exciting part though is you can connect the two of them with this middle bit to turn it into one Darth Maul-esque blade. Can't wait to try that. Next, I wanted to get some different versions of the face pad to see if I can get the headset a bit more comfortable. To do that, I got, this one, which is like a latex cover, which I guess protects the face pads from people's grossness, but what protects you from its grossness? Next, this is a harness for you to strap a power bank to your body to get some extended battery life from your headset, which I guess keeps the weight off your head. And it'll look real sexy on, which is the most important part. So this is a silicone protector set for the Quest 3. Once we get bored of the Iron Man sticker, we also have some lips to stick to the front of our Quest 3. But it's not just the front, we also get a very loud face pad and we get full little sleeves for our controllers. So snazzy. Oh, and it even comes with little cups to cover the lenses with that have kind of suckers on the back that comes pre-dirty. Nice. Beat Saber stick. Yeah, this will get Linus very excited. Pull that open. Wait, what does this have to... These look like ping pong paddles. How this works is you slip your controller into here and then it looks like a ping pong paddle, which helps you Beat Saber better? Ooh, whoa, this box had a real bad time. Although it is one of the things I'm the most excited about. I hope it's still okay. It didn't break in the box, but this is a cooling fan for our Meta Quest. Oh, as you can see, we've got some tiny little fans on the top here. Now, one of the things that I've actually noticed about the Quest 3 is that the fans in it are pretty quiet. It's not disturbed me once. So this way, we can change that. Whoa, look at how loose that cable is. That port is already almost broken and it's only been used once. This product may be mistaken for a firearm. Okay. Okay, that is a useful warning. So that in case you get gunned down by the police, you can't sue them afterwards. Oh, this is the attachment that turns your controller into an assault rifle for like Bone Labs or whatever. This is gonna be real fun. I can't wait to try this one out. It's such a big controller. No way. This, so it kind of, oh, that's some nice magnet action. Next is what looks borderline like a G-string that I'm pretty sure you strap to your face. Like that. Oh, it smells really gross. I may need to wash that before I use it, but you strap it to your face like that so that none of the gross silicone crap touches your face. Only this gross bit of fabric touches your face. Go. This is for VR fishing. It's like a fishing pole. So then you can use this to fake fish with. And then I think all we have left is our little VR backpack, which is designed to store your Quest 3 so that you can take it to your friend's house and show them all of your new Temu accessories. Feels like a bag. I don't know. That seems reasonably fine as far as the product goes. Yeah, this seems like a reasonable Quest carrier. There we go. So now that we've had a look at all of our mods, we have to attach as much of this crap to the Quest 3 at one time as possible, and then test all of it. So I've torn down the Quest to its barest form, and I'm gonna start adding things on. First, we're gonna start with the stickers on the front. The feathered edges make this quite a complicated sticker application, because you know the Quest is curved. Okay, there we go. I think I'm gonna use the eye holes to align it. This is already not going great. Every time I do this, I realize I'm super bad at stickers. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need the heat gun. Okay, but before I do that, there's also stickers for the IR sensors and stuff. Whoa, this isn't a surface that likes having things stick on it. Well, that went about as poorly as expected. These are kind of like D-brand skins, where you need to be some kind of expert to apply them without it looking like this. But let me go get my heat gun, maybe we can get it a bit better. But even with the help of the heat gun, it still looked like it was applied by a bored toddler. Okay, so the heat gun helped, but I did not do a very good job of this. But I feel like it's very on brand, right? I'm Temuing this thing up, so it kinda has to look like this. Luckily, the controller stickers were much easier to apply, kinda like the opposite of the PS5 situation. Next, I think it makes sense to attach this cooling mechanism to it. I feel like this should be fairly straightforward. It's just a replacement face mask, right? Oh no. No way. Unlike the stock pad, which has settings for eye relief, this doesn't have that functionality. So going to this cooler head pad actually reduces the amount of functionality of the headset, which is kind of wild. There are arrows on this wildly terrible feeling bit of plastic, but there aren't arrows on this side. So I assume I just kind of... Whoa, this is a shockingly cheap piece of crap. It already looks ridiculous. Oh, I almost forgot about these. This is very important. It then took me ages to figure out how to attach the headphones to the strap. I even soft quit at a point, but eventually, with world-class tenacity, I overcame the challenge. I mean, oh, no, never mind. There we go. Okay, we're good, we figured it out. So the secret is to not be scared to break it. You just gotta push that stuff down. Now what's cool is that if we get sick of the very well applied Iron Man sticker on the front, we can also just throw this little cover over. I am going to also add the kind of face rubber bit so that I don't have to touch this bit with my face. It does seem like it's borderline gonna get in the way of the lenses, but we'll see. That's looking real sick. Oh, and then when we're done with our headset, we can pop it on here to charge. Now, with all of the accessories, it is a little top heavy, but yeah, there we go. That fits nicely. Now, I think all of the rest of the accessories that are left relate to the controller somehow. So with that, I think we can move over to testing this out, and then we'll try one peripheral thing at a time. Now, of course, before I put on my VR headset, I have to strap this G-string to my face. That's just standard VR procedure. Now, I'm not sure what parts of my face this is supposed to cover, but I'm assuming the bits that normally is touched by the headset. So it does mean that it is kind of suffocating me a little bit. I then immediately pulled it off my nose because it smelled like I was breathing in factory fumes. Whoa! It's so noisy! It is RGB though, so I guess it makes up for it. Oh, this is kind of weird. I can see this bit of silicon. It's visible in the bottom of my eyes, and because it's so light, it reflects the light up into my eyes, so I don't have the kind of dark periscope thing going on anymore. The headset is actually not that uncomfortable at this point. The strap is not as good as the Elite strap, the Meta one that I had on before, but it's definitely more comfortable than the stock one. Latex is a problem because sweat is happening. Lots of sweat is happening, and the G-string is wildly uncomfortable. Now, for the baton accessory, when I first tested it, I didn't mount the controller to it correctly. The baton has this rotatable hook that's designed to pull the controller strap tight, holding it in place. But when I first tested it, I just slipped the rope around the hook and then held it in my hand so that it wouldn't fly off and injure a small child. Immediate problem. Because the knives are kind of calibrated with me holding the controller in my hand, it feels like the swords are floating above my hands. So that's not good. But we're gonna go... Oh, that's already coming out. Oh, this is not going great. I think I've lost the one controller already. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, I keep getting it in my mouth. But despite technical difficulties due to my own incompetence and weird sword tracking, I decided to try Darth Maul mode. Okay, this is the business. There we go, look at that. This is how you're supposed to play Fruit Ninja. I keep losing my one sword. Oh, this is terrifying. Surprisingly, a floppy controller and looking stupid weren't my only problems. Swinging the single blade around may feel awesome, but it confuses the crap out of the tracking. Even when I tested it again with the controllers properly secured, the blades kept phasing in and out of existence as the headset lost track of them. So I think this is the kind of accessory that would work way better with base stations. Ugh. This feels so dumb. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with whatever this is. Oh, the latex is so itchy. I'm gonna do the Beat Saber one next, which is just tennis rackets. Attaching the controllers to the ping pong paddles was way easier. You just slip the controllers into the hole and then clip the little clear plastic bit in place, securing the controller down. Okay, so we've got our controllers, which now you have to use like a Papega while you want to navigate around. I feel like my field of view is significantly smaller with this head pad that's making so much noise, because the lenses are way further away from my eyes. But my attention quickly shifted to the Beat Saber floating at a 45-degree angle way above where my brain thinks my hands are. How does this make any sense? What in the world? I mean, I know you're probably going like, David, this is clearly not designed for Beat Saber, which obviously, but it said it is on the box, so I don't know. Because the headset was tracking the controllers that were now suspended above my hands at a weird angle, Beat Saber was basically impossible. Oh, I'm so confused by where things are. Oh, this is so much harder. Oh my god, this is probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life, because it's so skew. Luckily, Beat Saber does have the option for you to manually adjust the tracking so that you can set the saber to a point where your brain thinks your hand is. A real tedious process, but it does make the paddles usable. But even with the paddles working, I was kinda left cold. I still feel like this adds nothing to the experience. At the end of the day, I was still just holding a bit of plastic, now just with a slightly weirder center of gravity. And when it comes to an actual ping pong game, I couldn't find the settings to adjust the position of the ping pong bat according to where my hands were, so that was just unplayable with the rackets. My face is getting really itchy. Okay, while it's downloading, I'm gonna take the G-string off because I can't anymore. It's making my beard so itchy. Oh. I don't know, there's something weird on that. Which meant it was finally time for some fishing. So I guess you have the controllers in, and then it's basically just a mechanism for you to do this with. But after my initial excitement... Oh, what? I can use a dildo to lure fish over. That's pretty cool. My enthusiasm for the fishing game waned quickly after being forced to do tutorial for 40 minutes. But eventually I got to the point where I could do some fishing with my new controller. But despite my fancy Temu equipment, I was really struggling to catch a fish. Okay, apparently that didn't work. I don't know, I can't imagine that this is my fault for this not working out. I don't know, am I supposed to be more or less violent? So when my pacifist attempt failed, I decided to lean into the violence. Something's breaking. Oh, I got it! Whoa, this is the hardest game ever. And considering the fishing rod stood up to that, I guess it's a fine addition. But when taking off the headset after an hour-long session, I couldn't say the same about the headset mods. Oh. Whoa. It's so much less comfortable. There's a huge amount of light leak through the top of it. Through the bottom, you can see the like, latex or whatever reflect up. And then you can't get your eyes close enough to the lenses anymore, so you lose a huge amount of FOV. The speakers, I guess, are okay. Like, they make sound happen, I don't know. And with that very detailed feedback, there was one more accessory left to try. Now, before we head into Bone Labs, I can already tell that this gun peripheral attachment thing is terrible. It already sucks. I was really excited about it because when you assemble it, you know, it seems like it's gonna be a pretty cool thing to play a game with. But then, when you take the controllers and you kind of try and attach them, which, as you can tell, they don't attach very firmly at all. And then the other issue is where the controllers end up, because that's not how you hold a firearm. That just feels really awkward and uncomfortable. You kind of want to get it in your shoulder better. And this, it isn't conducive to correct gun holding. But with that, let's give it a try in an actual game and then see how that goes. And while the first impressions were super impressive, it feels like, oh, whoa. The tutorial level quickly got on my nerves. Can this stop? Can I not do this? Can I just go to a place where I shoot things? The main reason I wanted to skip past the platforming tutorial and all of that is because I was worried I was gonna get nauseous before I could actually try out the Temu peripheral. But I got there eventually. Okay, so we're finally at a gun range. That's exciting. But things quickly went downhill from there. Lining up the magnets while not being able to see what's actually going on was a nightmare. And you had to reattach the front one after reloading every magazine. This does not work at all. There we go. And because the headset hits the controller, aiming down sights was even harder. Because then you have to... Oh, it just hit me in the nuts. Oh my lord. And after that assault, it didn't take me a lot more fumbling before rage quitting on the controller. Oh, that is honestly horrendous. And finally, I guess the headset stand was usable if pretty wobbly. So with that, what did we learn in today's video? Well, if you want to ruin your Quest 3, hit up some Temu. And if you enjoyed that video, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. And until the next one, bye bye.